Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. We trying to grow back after losing that channel 10,000 subs. I'm gonna remind you guys at every turn. Tragic. Okay, so let's get back into it. First topic of the day. Let's get into the most present. It seems like social media is trying to play up and push for this beef, and it's like, yo, okay, let's get into it. Let's watch the video and react. It's Kevin Samuels and Dr. Umar Johnson sending shots back and forth via their platform. So basically, Kevin Samuels sends a shot on his platform during a broadcast when a girl requested for him to speak to her like Umar Johnson speaks to the black women in the community, and he wasn't going for that. And let's just watch the video and then react to this.
Right?
You mean Dr. Umar Johnson, the man
Yes.
who has 2 children by 2 different women that he never married? Dr. Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from.
Ask
Dr.
for an
Umar,
example.
hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan African. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother Garland, Cocoa Butter and sea moss gold and shit.
And some of them claim to not even like me. So why are you quoting my material and not referencing me? You obviously watch me. You obviously watch me because too much of my material is coming out of your mouth.
Okay, so that's Kevin Samuels' part of the discussion. There's a little bit of Dr. Umar Johnson's rebuttal in there, but this is Dr. Umar Johnson's full video. He was speaking on Instagram Live, and he took shots, so this is it right here. Let me pull this up.
I'm going to speak power and strength into our beautiful African sisters. That's right. I'm going to build you up. And what makes it so bad about these so-called life coaches, some of them actually regurgitate a lot of Dr. Umar talking points. People send me clips. People send me clips of some of these YouTubian opportunists, so-called life coaches, and I'm seeing some of them quote me verbatim without giving credit to their source. And some of them claim to not even like me. So why are you quoting my material and not referencing me? You obviously watch me. You obviously watch me because too much of my material is coming out of your mouth. It's a whole group. There's at least 12. I think I've counted 12 different YouTubian beta male wannabe life coaches that are out there slandering black women, attacking black women, degrading black women. I count about a dozen. I'm going to call them the dirty dozen of division. The triple D, the dirty dozen of division. There's about 12 members of the dirty dozen of division, 12 beta males, YouTube life coaches who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad. And unfortunately, our black women, some of them are so thirsty for validation that they're participating. They're participating in the attacks and slander against the black female community, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable.
Okay, so there's a lot here. You guys gonna have to bear with me with this one. There is a lot here. First and foremost, I don't think it's productive for the community building to have Kevin Samuels and Dr. Umar Johnson, leaders in their own rights, beefing or having any type of back and forth. I know he took a shot at pretty much a lot of the Manosphere, the black Manosphere. He said 12 people. We don't know exactly who is in that, but we kind of like, when you think about the bigger YouTubers, you could kind of just guess a little bit to see who he's talking about, but if you don't put no name on it, we don't really know exactly who you're talking about. But O'Shea Duke Jackson spoke on his platform talking about Dr. Umar Johnson having great messages, because when he talks about people reiterating his talking points, he has a lot of great messages. But what O'Shea Duke Jackson reminded people of, that he doesn't really practice what he preaches, and he's not very transparent about what he's doing in his practices. He talks about people taking advantage of black women or degrading black women on these platforms, and that's just disingenuous at best. What these people are doing, the way I look at it, and the reason why I say they shouldn't beef, is because they're doing two different things. Dr. Umar Johnson, in his rhetoric, pretty much gives up on the adult and grown black men, and his focus is working on the black boys and the black youth to make them better black men. That's his focus. That's why he keeps talking about these schools or whatever. I don't know if in the video he was outside of one of his schools, because they always talk about he hasn't built any school or he hasn't done anything and he's just collecting donations. I've seen videos of him in the actual school with volunteers working on the school. His planning may not be the best. The fact that he's trying to get 2 schools operational before he even can get one may not be the best. His delivery in getting donations may be a little bit brash for some people to digest, but he has a different goal. Kevin Samuels and a lot of these people in the Manosphere are trying to build. It's like, okay, Kevin Samuels' page was built off of working. It was a men's channel. It was working on the men, making the men do the work. And then he recently made a move to speak to the women and holding women accountable. And then what Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to say that they're doing to black women is just not, it's not true at all. They're not trying to shit on black women and ruin black women image and do any of the things he was saying. What they're simply doing is holding black women accountable the same way they're holding black men accountable, so we can rebuild a dysfunctional community. That's pretty much what it is. It's holding people accountable for their shit. And if their shit stinks, it may look worse. And a lot of these people call in and self-participate because they're trying to get their shit together. And if it looks bad to the public and it's like, oh, these people have this problem, well, they're here to work on it. They're here to be accountable and to rebuild. Their beef, Dr. Umar Johnson beef with the Manosphere or with Kevin Samuels, is counterproductive. It's not working in any way. You guys have two different focuses, but you guys are both trying to build the community. So therefore, just continue building the community. Leave that, that bullshit, that fuck shit, the beefing and that shit to rappers or just people that are just not leaders in the community. That's the way I look at it. It's counterproductive. It's a waste of time. It's bullshit. Yeah, people get good laughs. Yeah, there's all these TikTok videos of them going back and forth because they're charismatic people that are witty with their words, and they have good, they're good at roasting people and digging in. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's not what we're here for. We're here to do the work and build the community back. So it's like, it's counterproductive to have these beefs. Yeah, they do good for views. Yeah, it catches attention. People on Twitter are just trying to build up this Kevin Samuels, Dr. Umar Johnson versus. They're saying this is the versus we need. Like, people are doing that immature shit, but that's counterproductive. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. What else do we got here? Spend a lot of time on that.